Do you think EPCOT is an adult-only park? Well, you would be wrong. Today we're talking about 5 common EPCOT planning mistakes and how to avoid them so you can have a smoother, more enjoyable day in the park. Hi Disney friends, it's Joni from Mom and Me and Disney, and if you're planning a trip or just love learning new Disney World tips, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on future videos. EPCOT is one of the biggest parks at Walt Disney World, and it has a completely different rhythm compared to the other parks. Because of that, a lot of guests accidentally plan their day in ways that make it harder than it needs to be. So let's go through 5 EPCOT mistakes guests make when planning their visit. One of the biggest surprises for guests is just how big the World Showcase actually is. When you look at a map, the 11 pavilions around the lagoon might not seem that far apart, but once you're walking in the Florida heat, it can easily add up, especially if you aren't planning your day and suddenly find yourself backtracking a bunch. This can add up to several miles over the course of a day. Guests often make the mistake of crisscrossing the lagoon multiple times without realizing just how much walking they're actually adding in. For example, going from France to Mexico and then later back to Germany means that you're walking the entire lagoon at least twice. A better strategy is to move through World Showcase in a logical loop. Start on one side and work your way around without backtracking whenever possible. It's also a good idea to wear comfortable shoes and plan small breaks. Whether that's grabbing a snack, sitting near the lagoon, or enjoying one of the indoor attractions, pacing yourself makes a big difference. Another common mistake is heading straight to World Showcase first thing in the morning. I see this happen a lot during the festivals because people think they can rush to the festival booths and get their favorite snacks. What many first-time visitors assume is that the entire park opens at the same time, but most of the pavilions in the World Showcase don't actually open until around 11 o'clock. So if you walk over there right after rope drop, you will likely find the rides are available, but the shops, food locations, and other experiences are still closed. Instead, it's much smarter to spend your early morning in the front half of the park, which includes attractions like Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, Test Track, and Soarin' Around the World. Once late morning arrives and the pavilions are beginning to be available, that's the perfect time to start exploring the World Showcase. This approach helps you maximize both rides and the cultural experiences without wasting time waiting for things to start happening. Another common EPCOT mistake is ignoring the single rider lines. While this may not work for all parties, especially those with small children or people who do not want to separate their group, this is a great strategy for adults and other groups. Some attractions allow guests to enter through a separate line that fills empty seats on rides. This can significantly reduce your wait time if you are willing to ride separately from your party. For example, Test Track and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure are well known for having a single rider line that can move much faster than the standby queue. While you won't sit next to your party or your group, you'll still experience the exact same ride. This strategy is especially useful for Disney adults or older kids who don't mind splitting up for a few minutes to save time in line. It's not available on every attraction, but EPCOT has some of the most effective single rider lines available. Many guests assume that EPCOT has nothing for children or children at heart to do. This is mostly due to the stigma of drinking around the world. However, there are many activities at this park for younger ones, including KidCot, DuckTales Scavenger Hunt, and character meet and greets. Because of the international setting, you can meet characters in the countries that inspired their stories. For example, in the Norway Pavilion, you can often meet Anna and Elsa. As a pro tip, if this meet and greet is a priority, consider rope dropping it or going there directly after riding Frozen as your rope drop attraction of the day. In the United Kingdom Pavilion, guests can meet Mary Poppins, Alice in Wonderland, or Winnie the Pooh, and in France, you might see Belle or Princess Aurora. In China, be on the lookout for Mulan. In Mexico, don't forget to go meet Donald Duck, and near the Journey of Water, be on the lookout for Moana. These character locations are beautifully themed and often have shorter waits compared to character locations in other parks. Make sure you check out the My Disney Experience app for their meeting locations and times, as I only told you about a few of them. Even if you're a Disney adult, these can be really fun photo opportunities and memorable moments during your trip, so don't miss out. And the final mistake that we're going to cover today is waiting in long lines for attractions that typically don't need to be prioritized. At EPCOT, the rides are kind of weird. You have the top tier attractions like Guardians of the Galaxy, Remy's, Test Track, and Frozen, which are going to have long waits all day long. And then there's a bunch of other rides that can get longer waits early in the day simply because guests rush to them and don't realize that they're going to be able to get on them later at a much shorter time. A great example of this is Spaceship Earth. This ride gets long waits right at the beginning of the day because it's the first ride everyone sees when entering from the front of the park, but this ride is typically no longer than a 5 or 10 minute wait by afternoon and is often a walk-on. Attractions like Living with the Land, The Seas with Nemo and Friends, and Journey into Imagination with Figment often have very manageable wait times later in the day. Instead of waiting 30 or 40 minutes early on, it's often better to ride them when crowds shift toward dinner or nighttime entertainment. Understanding which attractions need to be prioritized and which ones you can ride later will make your day much more efficient. Alright Disney friends, those are 5 common mistakes that we see guests making when planning their EPCOT day. But once you know about them, they're really easy to avoid. If you've visited EPCOT before, let us know in the comments what is your favorite pavilion to do here and what mistakes do you see people making. And if you found this video helpful, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you in the next video.